Welcome to Cultivated Live for Monday, May 13th. My name is Jay Rosenthal, and I'm the co-founder of Cultivated Media and host of this program, Cultivated Live. And since we launched Cultivated way back in November, our goal has been to be cannabis industry first, providing you with the most important, insightful, useful, and timely information. And we do that in a couple of different ways. First, through our daily newsletter, our Cultivated Daily. Second, through this daily live stream, which we like to call Cultivated Live. We would love if you followed us on LinkedIn, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and get our Cultivated Daily newsletter into your inbox every morning, usually by 7 a.m. Eastern Time. Here is what is driving the cannabis industry news today. The New York State Office of Cannabis Management, the OCM, Executive Director Chris Alexander will leave the embattled agency in September when his term ends, after a month-long review ordered after Governor Kathy Hochul, who previously called the delayed rollout of legal cannabis in New York disastrous. The OCM's Chief Equity Officer, Damian Fagon, will also reportedly leave the agency. He was placed on administrative leave in March over allegations that he retaliated against a cannabis business owner. Now, it shouldn't be news for Cultivated readers and viewers that New York has struggled to get its cannabis industry off the ground. In March, Governor Kathy Hochul called the rollout a disaster and ordered a comprehensive 30-day review of the state's OCM, the chief regulatory agency. Now, there are still only about 120 stores open across the state, with a population north of 15 million. Adults. And some prospective entrepreneurs and industry insiders say the OCM has been uncommunicative at best and deliberately corrupt at worst. Those 120 or so stores are competing with thousands of unlicensed illicit sellers who don't pay taxes and can therefore undercut legal sellers on price. During a press conference on Friday, Governor Kathy Hochul said this: "Let me be clear. There are deep-seated issues at OCM, issues that have limited its ability to fulfill its licensing role. We're starting to fix this now." In the 31-page report released last week, Jeanette Moy, the commissioner of the New York State Office of General Services, who was doing the top-down review of OCM, outlined the OCM's deficiencies at setting up a well-regulated legal cannabis market. Here's what she said: "OCM must transition its work to focus on its core mission, ensuring a functional, transparent, and equitable cannabis market for New York. The perceived uniqueness of the agency's work is a significant cultural roadblock to its willingness to adopt processes and systems that have proved successful elsewhere." The report also says the OCM had difficulty staffing up in early days, underspent its budget, and basically threw out the playbook that other state agencies have used in terms of organizational structure, technology, and the other nuts and bolts of day-to-day operations. You can read more about New York's OCM shakeup and an incredibly thoughtful commentary from our editor-in-chief, Jeremy Burke, in the link below at cultivated.news. What else? Matt Laszlo's Ask a Poll website has some gems as he caught up with senators to talk rescheduling and safer banking in the halls of the U.S. Senate. For his part, Senator Pete Ricketts, a Republican of Nebraska, said this: "It's an absolutely horrible idea that it's going to have a huge impact on our children. Marijuana is a dangerous drug." Now, Ricketts' sentiment echoes the majority of his party. Senator Mitch McConnell, one of the most prominent national Republicans, reportedly opposes safer banking, a bill that would allow cannabis companies to access the banking system. For her part, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, a New York Democrat, told Ask a Poll that McConnell is a key reason why SAFER was left off the Federal Aviation Administration reauthorization bill, which is being debated by lawmakers. Here's what's else. A little bit of good news, tough news. The tough news, and this is just breaking from our friends in New Hampshire. Here's what I'm reading from an email. "We have a late update from New Hampshire, so this is according to advocates. The worst has happened as the New York Senate Judiciary effectively replaced all of HB 1633, that's the legalization bill that passed the House in New Hampshire, with the state takeover franchise model. This is a full Senate vote. There's a full Senate vote Wednesday or Thursday of this week. We'll know if the Senate is going to pass it and send it to second committee or kill it. So we will know by the end of this week what is happening with cannabis legalization in New Hampshire. And we'll end with a bit of good news. A new survey conducted by the Florida Chamber of Commerce found that the ballot initiative to legalize cannabis has 58% support, which is just shy of the 60% needed to pass. So a bit of better polling news following some bad polling news that had the measure under 50%. So that, again, that is the Florida Chamber of Commerce poll, polling about 58% on the cannabis measure. Now, that is it for today's Cultivated Live. We encourage you to subscribe to our daily newsletter at cultivated.news. Follow us on LinkedIn. Smash the subscribe button on YouTube. We'll be back here tomorrow, which is Tuesday, when we talk cannabis and politics. We'll be joined always by Brad Svirison of Drone In, but also our friend of Cultivated, Ivan Ross Brana from Canada, talking about what Canada has done right and maybe is doing wrong on the cannabis landscape. Again, that's tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on LinkedIn and YouTube. And remember, it's Monday. It's a great day. Local dispensaries are not that busy, so head there and buy cannabis at your local dispensary.